Friday, September 9th, I make my way back to High Velocity Wrestling to wrestle none other than Thomas Extreme. Now, Thomas, every time we stepped in the ring before, is different. But now, I'm trying to make a name for myself in High Velocity Wrestling. So don't take it personal. It's only business. So when I see you September 9th at Silverados, just get ready for a fight. See you there, Thomas.
Heroes walk among us. They are ordinary people who sacrifice time away from family and friends to answer a higher call of service. These brave men and women run courageously into the field, placing their lives on the line to ensure the safety of others, to do noble works both at home and abroad. And for their services, we at Pro Wrestling Union say thank you and salute you. Pro Wrestling Union returns on September the 10th at the Union County Recreation Center for the second annual Ray Bitt Barber Memorial Parade of Champions. It's Military and First Responders Appreciation Night, where all service members get half off ticket admission. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday, September the 10th at the Union County Recreation Center, the second annual Ray Bitt Barber Memorial Showcase, the Parade of Champions.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is that time, man. It is time for the Thursday Night Indie Spotlight, and joining me this evening, you may have seen him in that video, but you will damn sure see him Saturday night, and I can't wait. My guest at this time, ladies and gentlemen, Peterbilt. How you doing, sir?
What is going on, my man? It is good to see and talk to you, man. It's been a few weeks since I saw you last at the show.
Oh yeah, we were in Charlotte together, man. We were up there at the Gathering, and then we were at Pro Wrestling Savage.
The next day, that's it, man. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's been a while, but man, I'm excited to see you again this weekend, bud.
Man, I can't wait. I am looking forward to it. Dude, so tell me about yourself, because I've only seen you work a handful of matches. I've been told you've come and gone from the industry a little bit, but go ahead and lay it out there, man. What's the history of Peterbilt? You just muted yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, there you
What's
are.
that?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you for a minute.
Yeah, sidebar, man. My house here, man, I got a train that runs right in front of it, and when the house starts rocking from that train track, the Wi-Fi's Lord knows what. But man, 2018, man, I started wrestling and up here in Charlotte, and we can go into more detail in a little bit. But I had moved down. Fast forward to 2020, right there in the middle of COVID, I moved down to Dallas, and I was wrestling down there, traveling with the company, CWF, wrestling every week at their own facility. And so yeah, man, I was 2021. I was rocking and rolling, and then I moved back here to North Carolina back in September, and ever since then, man, 1, 2, maybe 3 times a month, doing a lot of the shows between North and South Carolina, and even running down to Atlanta a little bit. But this summer's been kind of crazy, doing about a show a month, and then some real world stuff. But man, about 2 or 3 shows a month, North, South Carolina, and down to Atlanta.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I've only been to Atlanta once for MomoCon. That was a trip, man. There was a lot going on there. But we've already got some comments. So we're gonna catch those real quick, and then we'll go into more, man. I want to know about training and stuff.
What you got?
Thomas
man?
Scott chimed in. He said, "Hello, everyone. What's up, Thomas?" He said, "What's up, Peterbilt?" That's the owner promoter of Pro Wrestling Savage.
Thomas is the man.
Let's see. Dylan Ghazi chimed in. He said, Peterbilt, I haven't seen you since May. We need a 1v1 at some point. Oh, shit. Man,
Set it up, man.
he's about the size of one of your legs, though. Like,
Depends on what shorts. Depends on what tights I'm wearing.
There you go. Good Lord.
Yeah.
And owner promoter of Pro Wrestling Union has chimed in. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, Cole, how you doing, sir?
My man, what's going on, Mr. Cole? See you Saturday, sir.
Yep. So where did you do most of your training at for professional wrestling?
Man, when I was back before I even got into it in 2018, I was working at a place here in Charlotte in the supplement business called Europa Sports, and one of the guys that worked there, we had a mutual friend, and I don't know, must have followed Lodi already, or a mutual friend or whatever on the computer, and I'm scrolling through when I probably should have been working. No, I'm kidding. And I was scrolling through, and I saw this picture of a ring. It said training weekly or training tonight or Thursday or something like that. And then I looked at our mutual friends, ran down to the other end of the hall, and asked a buddy of mine, like, how do you know Lodi here? Lo and behold, they're best buds, roommates back in the day, all this stuff. And I said, well, man, I saw he does training, and I hadn't really watched wrestling in 20 years, but it'd be fun just to do it, learn to do it, and just do one show. He's like, well, I can holler at him real quick and tell him to expect you tonight or this week. And sure enough, he did. So it's probably 15, 20 minutes from where my office was. And I rode over there, and, I went for a few practices, hung in there, and eventually got to my first show. And then after that, I was like, dang, this is kind of fun. Let's keep rocking with it. And sure enough, I mean, like I said, that was, 4 years ago. So yeah, I think that mutual friend and social media, scrolling through and seeing him promoting his class on there is what got me into it.
Oh, so you've been wrestling now for about 4 years, you said?
Correct.
All right, cool. Man, and you've been working a bunch of different areas. I know I've seen you work Charlotte, and I've seen you here in Union before, and down in Atlanta. So with that being said, that's a pretty good amount of ring time. You've been trained by a WCW legend and somebody who's obviously still, involved heavily in this business.
Yeah.
So you've got the knowledge behind you. Who would you say are some of your more memorable opponents, or known opponents, I should say?
No, well, I mean, obviously, wrestling the coach. Obviously, wrestled Lodi several times. Trying to think some guys down in Dallas that people down there in the Texas scene may know. A guy by the name of Adam Asher, goes by APOC. I know up here, people like Johnny Swinger, several of those guys, a lot of veterans, been lucky enough to work with them. So, man, they just kind of hold your hand and coach you along inside and outside of the ring.
Right. Now, and that's good. I can't tell you the amount of just sitting under the learning tree I've had with all these promoters, and I even listened to some of the boys in the back, and when they talk, some of the best advice I've gotten in this industry has come from guys you would never have expected to be the ones giving the best advice.
Correct. Oh yeah, you never stop learning. I don't feel like.
No, not here, not in this. Cole chimed in to say Lodi is the best. Ghazi said, if I remember right, that four-way Peterbilt hit me with a few suplexes. I got in a crossbody and a knee, so he didn't get to do enough, in my opinion. Someone get us a one-on-one, it would be good. Well,
I think I'm still feeling that knee every morning when I wake up. Goodness gracious, man. No.
Dude, Ghazi wrestles like he doesn't have a life to lose. That's how he wrestles.
No, I remember. Lord, yeah.
I've seen him one time, and I'm like, dude, I like this kid. He wrestled hurt and still put out. I was like, wow.
Sure. Because the fans don't know. The fans don't know.
Right. APOC is a darn good talent from Texas and the surrounding areas Mid-South. Right on.
Oh, man, he's awesome. And if I can say, only because you asked, man, if I can say this real quick, people you learn from, and even if you hadn't done a match with them, like you said, backstage, one of the bigger names that was down there at the shows I did like a one of the residents down there at almost every show for the company. NWA Tim Storm.
Oh man.
Man, every time every time after a match or practice or whatever, I would go straight back there and shake hands with people. And then I would go straight back and say, hey, man, if you had a chance to watch it, what'd you think or what would you do? So, yeah, Lodi, Tim, any of those people, man, you can't never learn enough. That's for sure. Just ask and ask and ask.
Right. That is awesome. Thomas Scott said, well, I just happen to be a promoter. I think I found somebody who wants to book Ghazi versus Peterbilt here in the future.
There you go, man.
Hey, we may have something going on here. That's cooking with grease. All right, that's what we do.
Thursday night, the Thursday night indie spotlight sounds like the Thursday night connection. What it sounds like,
dude. It seems to be that way. I don't know what it is. It just happens to go that way.
That's too funny,
dude. It never fails. I'll get a wild idea and I'll just talk to a few people. Next thing you know, yep, we're gonna go with that. Awesome.
Hey, yeah.
So it works out. But man, so this weekend you are facing. You are actually going for the interim heavyweight title at Pro Wrestling Union, and you've got a hell of an opponent coming up against you. You're going up against Drew Hood.
Correct. I am.
Right.
Was that the end of the question, or you want me to comment on the?
Go ahead. No, comment.
Yeah, man. I have shared the locker room with him here recently, and I've seen him in the ring, and his in-ring speaks for itself. But I mean, there's no doubt, just peripheral or over to the outside or whatever, man. His comments and his, ego and his so-called persona he puts off, man. He, I don't know what he's smoking on, but he's definitely up in the clouds because I don't, I've seen his promo he put out about this weekend, and like I said, I've heard some of his talking and whatnot backstage. And again, if he's good in the ring, then I guess it's just going to see who's better. But if we're going off of just how big our head is alone, I mean, I don't think that cat's going to be able to fit through the door. To be honest with you, at the Union Civic Center, I don't think that's going to happen.
Man, yep. Guys, he said, as someone who's faced Drew one-on-one and Peterbilt in a four-way, I got to be honest, it's hard to pick. Guys, he's having a hard time calling that one. And that's right. Yeah. Drew Hood is the current Pro Wrestling Savage heavyweight champion. He took that from old sweet dreams.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, if his in-ring speaks for itself, I mean, I guess it's just going to see who's better and, who's feeling stronger that night. So who's going to get the one up, you know what I mean?
Right. Man, he's one of those talents where he's good on the mic. He's phenomenal on the microphone. His promos, some of the best game in town. But as far as in-ring work, I mean, the guy's got a gift. I've seen you perform too. You are a hell of an athlete. You're an extremely gifted young man. I can't peg it. I can't pick it.
Yeah.
It'd be, you need to go ahead and take Ray Charles and give him a dart and let him throw it at a wall, and whichever side it lands on is who the winner is, in my book, because there's no way to call it from here.
Well, Drew Hood's the kind of guy that would take a poster to a Ray Charles concert.
And he's dead and blind. So, that makes a lot of sense.
Man. So, again, if he's just as good, if he's just as good as in-ring is what I've seen, and, from all his talk, and then, like I said, it's just going to matter if, who gets the one up that night or who's the toughest. But I'm certainly pumped for it. And, I've been back. I've just, been back in week to week at Lodi's training with some of the guys and kind of trying to think of everything that might come my way or who knows what. So I'm trying to be real well-rounded for this weekend. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. And you're up there training with some, phenomenal other talent. Keith Mack is there. And there's a couple of others. I think Gavin Tyler trains there on occasion. I can't think of everybody because, dude, I've got a memory. What was I saying? Yeah, it's that long.
Sure.
I'm terrible about it.
Yeah, man. A lot of cool people train up there, man. And
Cole said that dart wouldn't go anywhere, but I get the meaning of the comment.
Yeah, man. But yeah, a lot of cool people are training up there. a lot of cool people come in and guest train. But yeah, man, it's a lot of good folks that come through there. People that's been doing it forever, and people that are just kind of getting started, and so it helps us be able to work with any kind of skill level. You know what I mean?
Right. There's, like I say, man, there's just the cool thing about this area. This is a mecca of professional wrestling. You
There's a lot of
have,
good wrestling.
well, there's a lot of good wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling, period. You know, you can't throw a stone without hitting a promotion. There's a bunch of promotions here, and there's always a bunch of shows running at the same time. Kind of unfortunate that that's the case. I kind of wish that the promoters would try to do something well. It's like, look, if we're greater than 30 miles or 45 miles apart, who cares about the same day? But if we're kind of doing that, we need to try to come up with something to make weekends more interesting or well-rounded. You know, if you could, in theory, go to a show in Spartanburg on a Friday night and a Union show on a Saturday night and a show in Charlotte on a Saturday, man, that's 3 shows. You know, that'd be 3 great shows in a weekend that you could go and see, and they all got their different flavors.
Yeah, I mean, how cool for the fans, though, right? You know what I mean?
Right, to be able to go to those shows instead of having to pick one.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like you said, if they were far enough away, that's and choosing different dates, that's one thing. But even at the same time, let's say they are different dates. How cool is that for a lot of the fans to only have to drive an hour or less to see, you know, the mountains or Columbia or Spartanburg area or Raleigh, Durham, and any of those places, man. Like I said, within an hour distance, you know, just to see some good wrestling. And like I said, whether it's on the same night or not, it's cool just to have all these different promotions, you know.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's like a 90-minute run to Charlotte. It's a 90-minute run to Marion. It's a half hour or so to Union. It's a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour to Greenville, depending upon where you're going. You know, you've got. I'm in the center, man, so I can hit. It takes me just under 2 hours to get to Columbia because I've been there for shows too. It's
man. Good
little spot.
Sure, for sure, man. Anywhere down here, man, the Carolinas is. Yeah, I've noticed that in the last few years, and it's even getting a lot more popping up there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there's new promotions firing up all the time. I think there's currently 2 more promotions in development here in the South Carolina and 1 more in North Carolina that's coming.
Sure.
That I know of. That's that I know are coming.
Right, exactly.
And I don't know everything because I'm not tied in with everybody.
Just even plugging, you know, I mean, just looking at the bottom of your banner here, you know, there's 6 of them right there.
Right.
You know.
Yep. And dude, they keep me busy. All 6 of all these people, man. I'm on the phone constantly, and it's cool because I love to talk wrestling. I love to work with wrestling. That's why I do this.
Sure.
I do this because I enjoy it. It's correct. It is a hobby that takes care of itself, and it keeps me sane. This is the only thing that keeps my head straight.
Well, and everybody's fans, though. You know what I mean? Even the wrestlers. You know, even if you work in we're all fans. You know, it's kind of like when you go to these expos, like the Gathering or the one up here in Winston. You know, the WrestleCade or any of those things, man. It's like, you know, on one hand, you go around and shake hands and meet people, and, you know, tell them you're one of the workers and one of the boys too, and, you know, famous people or you know, mid card people, whatever. Then on the other hand, you know, I'll have somebody with me, or I might even go ask them, but I'll have a friend and I'll have a list of, you know, 8x10s that I want to get autographed, and while I'm talking to people and meeting people, I'll have him go around with a wad of cash and go get me these autographs so I can hang them up at my place. You know what I mean? Because again, everybody's fans, you know.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, I'm kind of at that weird spot where I feel kind of awkward if I were to ask somebody for a picture. But like, you know, if, for example, I was just excited to see you again at the Gathering as I was to see Lodi, who I hadn't seen in a couple years, or, you know, I had never met Brett Wolverton. I got to meet Brett Wolverton. That was cool for me because he is a very well-renowned ring announcer. he's very well known. So I was like, man, this is cool. Hey, Mr. Wolverton, nice to meet you. He didn't, I don't think he knew who the hell I was, which is perfectly fine with me. But it's like, I got to meet him and Manny Mac and all these other people. You know, I was just like, man, that's cool. I got
a lot of it. A lot of it is just getting there, hanging out and talking and shooting a breeze, man. Because like I said, I was sitting at Lodi's table and somebody from some other, wrestler comes up and he's, if he's got some time in between over at his table, he would come over and talk to us for, 10 minutes, or one of us would wander over to another table and talk to them for 10 minutes, just kind of catch up for people we ain't seen, man. So a lot of these expos and stuff like that, and meeting some of the other guys, it's real cool just to kind of just, network and rub shoulders a little bit,
Right. I mean, I got to meet C.W. Anderson. He was a hell of a nice guy. Got to meet Vampiro. Man, it was cool. It was so cool to meet Vampiro. And Sandman. Met him after everything was over. Because nobody knew he was going to be there.
Right.
But man, dude, the gathering was a blast. But we got to get back on track, man, because we got a hell of a card to cover.
Let's do it.
What's your thoughts on Chase Emery as the Pro Wrestling Union champion?
Well, man, as far as what you said, the card this weekend with Cole and covering the card, it's gonna take a big old blanket, brother. No, I'm kidding, because it's so big, man. So we're trying to cover this whole thing. So as far as Chase, man, Chase is an awesome guy. He nice fella, and sidebar, hate what's going on with him, man. But I guess he's doing what's best, or what the doctors told him. That's kind of some real world stuff and whatnot. And I know he's been training in the gym, and I see his pictures and stuff, man. So he's pumping some iron and getting there and making it happen. As far as wrestling, though, man, I've been on pretty much all the shows, or most of the shows he's been on down there at in Union, and he's nasty, man. He comes out there and does his little cocky thing, and again, doing his deal, and that kind of speaks for itself. And you can think what you want of that, but as far as in ring, man, Chase is he is killing it. He's doing really, really good. And I met him years ago when him and I was on a show with Chris Phoenix, and he's like, "Hey, meet my friend Chase, man. He wants to wrestle." And man, yeah, we all started kind of a year or two apart, but Chase is killing it. He's doing real good. And like I said, kind of being cocky and running his mouth and things like that he does down there, that's, hearsay. But as far as in ring, man, he is awesome. He's doing really, really good. Good hand, though. Good hand.
Oh, fantastic worker. No doubt about it. And yeah, we definitely hate to hear what happened with him. We've talked about that on the show, and it sucks, but you know what? The kid's going to come back better than ever. I can tell you now. I got a feeling about it.
How can you miss them if they don't go away? You know what I mean?
Not only that, this, in my opinion, delayed the inevitable for Chase.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to see Chase on our television set real soon.
Yeah.
That's personal opinion, but I'm full of them. I'm very opinionated. Toby Childers chimed in. He said, Matty G for PWU commissioner.
There you go.
Well, where was my vote for that? You couldn't support me for this? Come on, man.
Yeah.
I thought we was cool, Toby. Damn. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah.
These guys. But man, look, that is what it is. But here's the card, or here's the poster. Man, look at this. Drew Hood and Peterbilt. Dude, I can't tell you. Look at this. People can say what they want to, but dude, you look like $1 million. Look at that.
Yeah, but only worth about $1. No, I'm kidding.
Good Lord.
Just a good spray tan, man. Just a good spray tan.
That's a good spray tan. Okay, so they changed the color to give you the detail for the abs. Is that how that works?
Oh man, no, yeah. That's gonna be a huge night, man. All the people on there. I mean, I've either seen them live or been on the shows with them, and everybody on that card. It's gonna be awesome on that night.
Oh, we're getting ready to lay it out, man. We're gonna lay it out right now. Chase Emery will show up and address the fans about his medical leave.
Cool.
So that'll be a cool spot, man. I'm interested to hear him speak and see him in person. I'm actually genuinely excited to see him in person, even though I know that means I got to deal with Derek Vanderford being there, I'm still going to be happy to see Chase.
Sure.
Cam Jackson and Buggy Wright. I don't know how this works because you've got Cam Jackson, who is a seasoned veteran, and you've got Buggy Wright, who's a relative newcomer. Both of these guys are fantastic in the ring. I can't go against Cam on this.
Cam's good. I was on a show with him up here near Charlotte, probably back in August. 2 shows with him, and he's so well rounded, man. He's got obviously, I mean, his athleticism speaks for itself, but he's got the knowledge, he's got the skill set, the move set, and the athleticism, man. When you all package it up, it's, I mean, again, like I said, it speaks for itself. As far as his opponent, I've seen him, never wrestled him, but I've seen him. Cole nailed it on the head with putting those 2 together. But I think they're going to go hand in hand with as far as their matchup, as far as their in-ring and their talent. But again, it's just going to be a matter of who shows up and who isn't all the way there that night. But Cam's nasty, and so is his opponent. But that's going to be a dang good match to see.
Oh yeah, that's going to be one for the numbers right there. Let's see here. Another matchup we've got is the Sovereign. Reno Royce and Luca Daniels going against the Heat Seekers.
Yeah.
Elliott and Sigmund. So that's look. The only saving grace, I'm going to tell you this. The Sovereign are a fantastic couple of individual wrestlers.
Sure.
I've never seen them work together as a tag team. Reno Royce is one of the most technically nasty people you're going to see, period. In person, period. That's there to hurt you, period. That's what he's there for.
Sure.
He's here to cash his check after he breaks your neck. That's it. Luca Daniels, another fine up-and-coming young wrestler, been on, WWE's main event. These guys are going against 4 or 5-time NWA tag team champions and former Pro Wrestling Union tag team champions who didn't even lose their belts. They had to relinquish them because of scheduling conflicts.
Correct.
The saving grace for the Sovereign here is that the Heat Seekers actually have to compete twice that day. They have to compete earlier in the day at another show. That's the only saving grace. That is a big bonus for the Sovereign, in my opinion.
Correct. Like you said, I've never seen them as a team, but I definitely know that their stuff speaks for itself. As far as the Heat Seekers, I even seen those guys on shows before I got into the business, and then I've been on shows with them, and man, they work so good as a team. I mean, obviously, but you can tell when somebody's got that chemistry, and I'm only saying something that, all the people know, but man, yeah, those guys together are such a cohesive unit. So that's, I would go in their favor, but again, it's going to be just a matter of who's up to it that night. Like you said, they're wrestling twice, earlier that day. But as far as the other 2, again, same thing. Haven't seen them as a team, but I mean, individually, if they put that all together and they can capitalize on the other guys having worked twice that day, I mean, that's going to be about their best advantage. You know what I mean?
I agree entirely. Bebop will be making an appearance. That's going to be cool. Haven't seen Bebop. I haven't seen him in a while, actually. So I'm genuinely excited to see him and what he's got to do.
Yeah, he was there the last time. He was there the last time I was there in the spring, man. Put in a dang good match.
Oh yeah,
for sure, every time.
Right. Let's see here. We've got the tag team championship on the line. The Heart Killers versus All Worm No Soul. Now, All Worm No Soul is definitely one of the most well-known tag teams in our area. They travel a good bit around here, multi-time champions throughout this area. And I believe they were the inaugural tag team champions at Pro Wrestling Union.
Yeah. Like you said, man, they got the reputation and they've got the buzz around them. But definitely between a bunch of different companies, in the area. They've definitely been on the scene. So I am curious to see those guys again. And as far as their opponents, I've seen them both, know them both. They're individually, they have their own styles. But as a team, it's so fun to watch those guys. They do what they do for a reason, and that's the reason they're good at it. So both of these teams I've seen, like I said, they both got some buzz around them. But this is definitely going to be another awesome tag team match that night. So, I mean, it's a win-win, again, for the fans, but two awesome tag matches. It's going to be very, very cool between all these teams.
Oh, I entirely agree. When you're dealing with Tommy Django and you're dealing with Chris Vallo, it never ends. It never ends with them two, because if the crowd thinks that that's just how they are in the ring, you're dead wrong. That's how they are, period. That is their life. That is really how they are. So dealing with these guys they are a pain right in the ass, but they're phenomenal workers, and there's no denying their credibility as a tag team. None.
Pain in the hind end. It sounds like one of my old girlfriends.
Well,
I'm kidding. So yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh man. Dion Johnson and Zuka King for the Carolinas Championship. Now, I'm excited for this for two reasons. Number one, Dion Johnson in Union is money. That's always he's always just a hit with the crowd on that one. But I've actually never got to see Zuka King work in person. So I am very excited to see him perform in person.
Yeah, man, I've seen them both. Golly, like you said, every time I've been down there and done a show with him on it, man, he's Dion, man. It's you're right, he's a hit, and so there's no doubt that's going to be a great one, man, and a real physical one. Zuka, I've seen a few times, never faced him, but I've seen him and been on some shows with him, and that is one talented son of a gun. So like I said, this is going to be definitely a physical match. But Dion, like you said, is going to be a hit, especially right there in Union. All the times I've been there and all the footage I've seen of him, anywhere really, but especially down there, that's a hot spot for him for sure.
Right. I agree entirely. Man, that is going to be something to behold. Like I said, Zuka King has got a reputation, especially if that doesn't he have a manager that's kind of all over the place and getting involved in all of his stuff. I don't know. I've never seen the guy work. I'm just going by what I've come to understand.
I think Cole's gonna have to make this a two-nighter, man. This is a heck of a card right here. Goodness gracious, man.
Man, I don't know if I can handle 2 nights. I just don't know. And then we have the main event for the interim heavyweight championship: Peterbilt versus Drew Hood. Dude.
Oh yeah.
How excited are you for this?
I'm pumped, man. I'm super excited. If I could speak for me, again, man, we've been rocking and rolling up at Lodi's. We've been going over chain work, fundamentals, slams, all kinds of stuff. Anything that I could think might, happen, or anything that I should be paying attention for is exactly what we've been sparring around about up there. And as far as, like I said, Drew, seeing him work, like I said a little bit ago, a little earlier, I know he's good. I know he's got the talent. I don't know if he's got all the brains, but, all that talent's a waste if you don't know how to use it. And, if you just show up just to, be conceited and try to, again, like I said, fit your big head through the door. But I'm super pumped about this match. My training's been going good as far as in the gym with the weights and stuff, and a lot of explosiveness. So, man, I'm pumped. I'm ready, and we're gonna 1, 2, 3 it. I hope, man. So, yeah, and to be doing it.
Do what? There you are.
Must have been that doggone train again, or Drew getting a little nervous trying to mess with my Wi-Fi. Probably, who knows?
Oh man. Well, Toby Childers chimed back in to say that's an awesome lineup. Yes, it is. Toby, we'll see you there. That is for sure. Skill versus will. That is going to be. I think he was talking about the Buggy Wright and Cam Jackson matchup. Tiffany Childers chimed in. Hello. She said it's going to be an awesome show. Yes, it is. Thomas Scott said the Heat Seekers are amazing. The boys all worm, no soul. Well, you know who she's cheering for.
Yeah.
Matthew Greer chimed in. He said he just relinquished his position as the ring announcer for Pro Wrestling Union. You know, he was their ring announcer, and the Heart Killers bullied him and made it such an unpleasant and unsafe place for him to be that the guy gave up being a ring announcer.
Oh, geez.
That's not cool. I don't like that at all. We're going to have to do something about this. There's something that has to be done. Something has to be made right for Matty G for this. That's telling
part of the bit. Yeah. I mean, ring announcer plays just. Go ahead.
Cole said Ron called him a pain. I called him a pain in the ass, which is true. Yes, they are. Zuka is good with the crowd. Okay. Travis Mathis. Some of you may know him as Hiking Viking. He has chimed in. What's up, dude? How you doing? He said, "What's up, fellas?"
Hold on, sir. Yeah, man.
He's probably seen you perform, and you have no idea because he's normally the most obnoxious one in the crowd. He's the heel. He is the heel fan of professional wrestling. It's freaking hilarious.
Well, man, as far as the crowd, man, I got some folks coming down from up here in North Carolina. Not that it's that far. Man, I got some folks from right down there in Union that's going to be coming back. That's been every time that I've talked to make sure they're coming. And I hope I even got some folks coming over from Lexington, over in Columbia, man. So, I've reached out to all the ones I know that's excited to come. They've either their first time or they've been to a Pro Wrestling Union show, and they're like, "Yeah, we're definitely going back to that." So, I know some folks, man. I'm pumped, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm excited. Is it tomorrow yet? Like I want to go already. I want to go and do that show, and then I need it to be the next day so I can go and do this show. I'm ready for a weekend out.
Yeah,
I'm ready for the road, man. My gear bag is over here. It's already packed. It's not fully loaded yet. I need to go to the cigar shop tomorrow. Then I'll be fully packed for the weekend.
That's what you said on the phone earlier, my man. What is your go-to?
Partagas.
Gotcha. Man, I'm not a connoisseur, and I'm not promoting that either. But when you mentioned that earlier, it had me, kind of, considering some steak. Every time I have some steak and a good cigar afterwards. And I'm definitely a Cohiba guy or a Macanudo.
That is awesome. So there's a whole lot going on with that. You and I will definitely have to get together for steaks and cigars then.
That's it, man.
Sometime in the very near future, we'll have to set that up.
Talk wrestling. Harry, we'll do a Thursday night indie spotlight in person.
That may be a thing, but the problem is I normally like to drink with my cigar, so we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, I'll do my water, man. I'll do my water.
My water is ice in Crown Royal, so that's it. That's my water.
You sound like Ron White.
No, he doesn't advertise what he drinks. He didn't. I don't think he drinks Crown either.
No, he just different story. But man, that's too funny. But yeah, good times.
So Perry James is Zuka King's normal manager. Okay, cool. Okay. I didn't know. I knew I had heard of him, a manager with him. I just didn't know who it was. Tiffany Childers said Drew Hood deserves the belt. Are you out of your ever-loving mind, young lady?
Hey,
I can't believe I'm hearing this. And she said, I said what I said. I said what I said.
This time and age, man, everybody's got their opinions. That's everywhere, brother.
Oh, dude, yeah. Trust me. I'm all about it. That's me. Travis Mathis said, yep. He said, well, I'll be working, so I can't cheer or boo unless that's a camera guy, a heel camera guy. There you go. Do that. I have no idea.
That's too funny.
Thomas Scott said, bring me one, Peterbilt. And
Yeah,
Cole
man.
said he's a Scotch man himself.
Oh man.
So you mentioned earlier that you were you're a fan of wrestling anyway. So are you watching any of the current product out there?
Yeah, man, I do. I mean, everybody jokes about me being younger, but man, I'm old enough to where I watched it back in the day when I was little, man. And then like the mid or 03, 04, maybe 2005, I quit watching it. And I mean, I was doing music then, but I quit watching it. And even as a fan, and I might have went to a show or two during the last decade. And then honestly, when I got back into back into it, when I got back into watching it, it's when I started wrestling. So yeah, I mean, but that's probably when I kind of started watching it again was, 4 or 5 years ago. But yeah, I watch it, man. And, I watch, all the channels, man, all the shows, Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Friday nights, and any of the other ones, man. But yeah, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I definitely still watch a lot of it.
Oh, there you go. Well, see, that's
Yeah.
what the other show I do on Sundays is about. It's all about the televised stuff. That way I had to separate my worlds because I was doing like 4.5 hour shows on Sunday. And
Yeah.
it was like, all right, the kids were getting bothered because I'd be in here hooping and hollering and yelling. And then I'd have to get up for work the next morning. And it's like, yeah, this just doesn't work. I got to separate the worlds, man.
Yeah. No, man, there's a lot of good stuff to watch, man, for sure.
Oh, definitely. Thomas Scott said, I'm more of a coffee man myself. Dude, I drink a lot of coffee. I love coffee.
Man, we can sidebar back onto that, man. I leave it at my water. It's another story for another day, but I quit all that mess years ago, out being dumb. But to answer Thomas's question, I think I kind of repicked back up a habit with coffee. I love some coffee, man. It replaced one bad habit with a good thing, and I love some coffee. So, oh yeah, Thomas. Oh yeah.
I had to find a way to limit myself because I would drink a pot to myself in a day. So I only make a half a pot, and I take about a cup and a half of it.
Yeah.
And that's it for me. And I force myself to drink water or green tea.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
I had to because I was terrible into soda. Jesus.
Well, man, the thing about coffee, man, is back to wrestling though, man. It's when it's not, I'd choose that over some kind of crazy energy drink, but it's one thing to go down to, again, Union's not that far from where I'm at, an hour or so. But when you're making runs to like Atlanta or making runs down to up to Mount Airy, places like that, even though it's an afternoon drive, and you're in the ring for a handful of minutes, by the time you do all that and you're getting pumped up, and then you're coming back down, and then you're driving back, that coffee, even just I drink it black. That coffee is such a lifesaver. On these 3 hour, 3.5, 4 hour trips, depending on where you're going, round trip. So, man, coffee's kind of been my. I can always count on it at the truck stops or the exits. Doing the highway stuff with all those different shows, traveling.
Man, if I'm doing a long run, I try to leave early in the morning to the point where when I get to my destination, even if I'm driving 15 hours, I'm still arriving in daylight.
Sure.
That's been my last couple trips.
Yeah, and I just love to travel too, man, in general. And I mean, between work, playing music back in the day, and wrestling, I just love to travel in general. So I kind of learn what works and what don't, and when to sleep and when not, and when to have coffee and all that jazz. You know what I mean?
Right. Let's see here. Travis said, I wouldn't cheer out loud, Peter or Bill, so it'd have to be PB for short. Okay. Tiffany chimed in to say, I'll see y'all Saturday. Yes, we will definitely see you Saturday. I'm looking forward to Saturday. I did the same thing. And he said, shit, that's a morning for me. He drinks a pot of coffee in the morning. No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get out of the bathroom till lunch. I couldn't do that. Pro Wrestling Plus charity for Christmas equals an idea brewing. Stay tuned. Tell us more, or is it too soon? I don't care. Tell us more. Do I know? Is this something you know about? Or is it Matty G?
I'm following along. I look like you can tell I used to have a computer job because my eyes. I'm having to lean in to read the comments, but I enlighten us, sir. Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about. Maddie, if you got something to say, you go right ahead and say it. Because I do have other announcements that have hit me that have to be announced tonight because they're fresh off the press and they're going to get unveiled right here tonight.
Wouldn't it be fresh off the text, man? I think press is a little old school nowadays, ain't it? No, I'm kidding.
Well, so my computer screen is pressed together, so we'll go with that. That counts.
Man. I'll tell you
That's
that, man, one thing. Listen, at Loaded School, man, it's definitely a solid 2 hours of wrestling. But anytime that we're in between in-ring stuff, I mean, he's pretty universal with it too. There's a never-ending battle of dad jokes or any jokes like that. So if they get over the top and I throw them in here, just tell me. But oh my gosh, it is unreal up there. I think Cole's been to a one of the trainings up there a while back. I seen him in the picture, and when I was in Dallas, I think, and in Texas. But the jokes are never ending up there. You get just as good as those as you do the wrestling for sure.
Oh man, he said I thought Peter was cooking that up.
Oh yeah, you asking me? Yeah, November, December. I'll tell you what it's for. But yeah. Can I talk about it for a second?
Oh yeah, man.
It's not, I'm not a promotion. I'm not a promoter. I'm a wrestler that is a fan and likes to, sometimes if nobody's got shows, I like to put on a show where a lot of the guys I know can showcase. Back in the spring or January, February, I did a show up here. In a location can be wherever, but I did a show up here for the cancer charity Relay for Life. And it was huge, man. I did it 4 weeks out. Might have been pushing it a little too close. It was like 50-50 or kind of, 60-40. Half of them was just people coming out that knew us, just local folks that just wanted to go to an event. And the other half was wrestling fans that followed it. It was, there's, several hundred people there. It was a good venue. Raised a lot of money. Had all the guys that you pretty much just spoke about, or a lot of them. Keith Mack, those guys, Chris Phoenix, Woo Paul, Lodi, a bunch of those guys. But it was a huge success. And, I'm not, it was more or less, again, like I said, just a showcase for me and all my friends, that we wanted to wrestle and put it on. And so I was, kind of throwing around the idea with some guys, a lot of the same ones for somewhere in November, December, right here on, somewhere on, right here on this side of the Carolinas. And I know everybody knows that, Operation Christmas Child, the shoebox thing for the children.
Right.
So I'm going to do something like that, where, either pay a ticket or bring a gift and get in free per family and, or something like that. I might, try to, go through some people and get, a person or two to come in and sign autographs. But you just, that's the thing with it, man, is just a lot of local talent on the same people we just talked about. And, it's a win-win because it's a charity. It's a night for all of us to get to wrestle and put it on like an event. Again, not being a promotion because I'm not a promoter. I'm just an idea guy. Man, we make it like it's an event. You know what I mean? We make carrying the bell to the ring just as big as, the first match. I just pay attention to production from back in my music days. The music's playing, the crowd's coming in, the autographs are happening. Well, when the announcer got in the ring last time, he was like, one more song, the shows are going to start. Man, the lights kind of did their thing. The song before the show started kind of got turned up a little more. The ring was already set up, but we might have had somebody run out there and tighten up the top turnbuckle just to be like, man, something's about to happen. Had the guy carry the bell to where it was supposed to be. So we just made it like an event, So, it was cool, man. We had Lodi gave his testimony, and we're going to have somebody do it at this one. So, yeah, man, just a good time. It's a win-win. It's charity. It's wrestling. It's all of us guys on the scene around here. And it's, again, it's just going to be cold. College football probably be over November, December, especially for a lot of the teams I could probably name off. No, I'm kidding. And, but being here in the South, man, that's tough to compete with. Seriously, on Saturdays, it sounds silly, but, man, people love seeing and watching football. But November, December, something like that. Charity show, man. So, yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I don't get into the whole college football thing because I'm not from here.
I casually watch it, yeah.
Dude, like I said, I'm not from here. I'm from
Right.
DC, so college
Mhm.
football doesn't mean anything to me, and neither does football. Period.
Right.
If I want to watch a sport, I predominantly watch contact sports where there's
Mhm.
fighting involved. So I watch, wrestling or MMA or boxing or hockey because there's fighting in hockey. So I watch the hell out of some hockey. I'm a huge
Yeah,
hockey fan.
I casually watch sports, man. But yeah, like anything, wrestling, baseball, basketball, they're always fun to go to in person. Any sport, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and see, in the wintertime, if you go to a fight that's outside, half the time a hockey game's going to break out of the fight. So I mean, it's kind of just the way it goes.
Yeah, there's more in the crowd than there is, and yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it is unreal. Let's see here. Thomas Scott said, "Anything I can do to help, let me know." And Peterbilt, I second that.
We,
Anything we can do to help with that? The Wrestling Wire or the Indie
yeah.
Spotlight, man, it's on. We're good.
Yeah, man, I'll be bouncing ideas off of all of y'all, I'm sure. And hey, and again, man, I'm glad you let me plug that, but that's a whole nother thing for a whole nother day. Like I said, I'm just super pumped, first off, about this weekend. Second of all the guys on the card this weekend, again, are just guys that I'm excited to be able to do other shows with or to even just make friendships with. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, no. So whenever anybody comes on my show, they're allowed to fully plug anything that they've got going on. That
Yeah,
whether so any bookings you have that you want to talk about, you are free and clear to talk about. That's this is your time. Just as
y'all
much
know.
as it is my time.
Well, Thomas and Cole and all the people down there at the bottom of the banner there, man, all them companies. I mean, them are the legends and the promoters, man. So if anybody can share some wisdom, I'll be talking to them, sure, just to bounce some ideas, between now and then, and Matty G and all them guys, man. So yeah, I'll definitely be hitting them up. But yeah, for sure, man. But they're the big time promoters. I'm just a fan.
Gotcha. Cole McAfee said, "Humble dude you are, Peterbilt. Good man and good wrestler."
I do know this though. I do know this. I will say this. Cole put on the I don't know, Thomas's show the other week, man. I was on, man. Maybe it's just my body style. I'm always sweating, burning up. But Thomas's was hot the other week. But man, I remember I wrestled Lodi. Okay, Cole had a show last year, 2021. I was still down in Dallas, and man, I flew up here and he did one like in January, February, and it was over at the fairgrounds, and it was freezing in that building, man. And then a few months later, I wrestled Lodi back here at the fairgrounds, and it was already raining and humid down here like it is in the South. And dude, oh my gosh, I was sweating so bad. It was nuts. But that was a hot. But I mean, that's part of being outdoors, man. It makes for the cool environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, indoor versus outdoor, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. He said, "Actually, I haven't seen Peterbilt wrestle, but I'd cheer him over Drew Hood any day. Let's go, PB."
I'm pumped, brother. I'm pumped.
Yep. Chris Thompson, who is also known as Dump Truck. He has been in the indie scene for a right many a year, man. Dump Truck checking in.
Yeah.
Guys are calling him out, said, "How you gonna be named Dump Truck with no booty to back it up?" What the Gazi, you don't know what kind of shitstorm you're stepping into, son. Please relax.
That's too funny.
Thomas Scott said, "I have a sound system and will travel."
Cool, man. I'm just checking off my boxes on my imaginary list of running down the list of sound, ring, this and that, whatever. Awesome. Cool.
When you get a date, let me know. I've got my calendar with me. I'll see if I'm free and available, man.
Man, I'm trying to find a date for a steak tomorrow night, man. So my dates they're scarce, but we're trying.
I hear you.
Oh man,
they told him that before. Don't worry. Gotcha. Okay.
That's too funny,
man. Hey, we like doing charity shows, so Thomas even said for free to you, man, for the for the sound system and all that.
Cool.
Oh Lord, it's the night before a show, man. Yeah, you see, Gazi's working the show tomorrow night, and then you're working the show Saturday night. So it's just gonna be a big old weekend for me. So
yeah, but you're gonna be all over. You're in Spartanburg, right?
Yeah, I'm in Spartanburg, going to Black Mountain tomorrow night and Union Saturday.
What are you gonna cut up? I mean, you probably look on your map. I was saying you could cut up 26 to Black Mountain.
I'm gonna try to push 221 as best I can.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I haven't been on 220 or on 26 in a right good while. So
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's yeah, Black Mountain, man, it's a good time up there. There ain't a whole lot going on, that's for sure.
it's at a bar room called or a bar or club or something called Silverados. It's a huge venue.
Yeah, I got you. Cool, man. Cool.
Thomas Scott said me and Ghazi hardcore. Oh Christ.
Yeah.
They're gonna get a hardcore match out of this. Man, look, one person that Ghazi was trying to tempt fate. I'm gonna tell you. I know you've met Ghazi before, but Ghazi was tempting fate. He wanted a death match. He wanted a death match with Lazarus Black.
Oh dear, geez, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
goodness gracious.
That kid has a death wish, and I told him, I'm like, nah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's I mean, as a wrestler or a fan, that would be one to watch. That's for sure. There's no telling.
Oh, definitely. But at any rate, my friend, I don't know how much time you got, and it doesn't look like I don't know if we've got anybody else chiming in for the Pro Wrestling Union show. So
only Jesus knows how much time I got. No, I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No,
but,
I know what you meant. Yeah, man. Yeah, and I mean, I'll talk about whatever, man. It's your show, man. So as much time as you want.
Well, it's as much time as you're willing to hang out, man. That's how this works. We just kind of go with it until we get everything out there.
I will say this, man, to plug Saturday as well. I know for the first. I've done some shows. I mean, I've done shows for Cole for sure. But the first one I did at the venue he's at now, the rec center down there. I did it back last spring, and that is an awesome venue. I mean, as most of them are anywhere, but you can't. Let me say this: you can't go wrong with a square gymnasium, easy entrance, easy parking, ample amounts of room backstage. Good hardwood floors. I'm not sounding like the architect here, but it's just an easy setup. It's easy to get from backstage to the to the curtain. It's easy to go around the chairs, the guardrails. Man, everything fit perfectly in that place. So that's definitely one thing I'm looking forward to being back to this weekend for sure. That's an awesome building. Good venue.
The acoustics there were fantastic. The sound.
They were. You were at that show. I remember. That's where I met you. Yeah.
Yep. What the hell was I doing at that show? I think I was running
sound or video or.
Oh yeah, I think I did sound for that one.
Your daughter was there, right?
Yeah.
Your daughter was there with the book.
Yes, that's her. That's her thing. That's her gimmick.
Yeah, I posted our picture.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man. That's her thing. She loves to meet as many people as she can. She thinks it's the coolest thing. So I'm like, at one point I was kind of like, man, this is fun, but what am I doing? Well, where the kids at? And then all of a sudden now, my kids are starting to get into being there and wanting to be there. And it's just kind of like, all right, we got to keep going. We got to go as hard as we can.
If there's something you're into, man, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ghazi said, oh, you don't know what kind of death wish I have. Mil Muertes put a finger in my chest and told me he wanted me in the ring. Okay.
I hear you.
Thomas Scott said, Peterbilt, contact me.
I will, sir. Yep.
Luke Fury said, what's up, Ron? I can't wait to see you tomorrow when I beat up Ghazi. Well, I'll be on commentary for that one, so I'll have a great view. Let's see here. Never saw your reply. Yes, you can come on to talk about HVW. I told you could come on when that time starts, because we've covered the Pro Wrestling Union card. We've talked to Peterbilt. We've interviewed Peterbilt. I mean, it's just, is there anything else you would like to say or anything else you want to plug? Any shows you're working, anything you're booked for, man, lay it out there.
Does it have to be on the banner across the bottom, or can I throw something?
No.
Okay. Well, I think if it's cool, I mean, it's kind of it's kind of a sidebar promotion. I think everybody would be cool with. Training wise, man, if you're within driving distance or an hour from up here in Charlotte, man, the Carolinas have tons of good training, but I can only speak for the one that I went to. Come up to Lodi's, man. Team Fearless. It's on the computer. Come up to Lodi's Monday and Wednesday nights at 6. I mean, goodness, man, you never know who's going to be there as far as just the people he knows, the people that live here in the Carolinas. I mean, look on some of his pictures that he posts up. I mean, it could be anybody from ECW being, CW Anderson, WCW, like Sick Boy's ridden up. I think just to come say hey once or twice. Nikita from NWA comes down there. It's not every week. It's not every day. It could be from time to time. But, man, just the people that come through there, the wisdom never ends. As far as shows, I got Cole's coming up, a few before the end of the year, including the Saturday. I'm going to try to do my charity thing, which that's not a promotion. But what I was going to say was, I know some of the folks down in South Carolina come up to, North Carolina because it's close, but probably a lot of them go down to Georgia shows, man. One I've been doing in Atlanta or south of there is like I was doing in Dallas for CWF. Man, I love going and doing these ministry shows. The one down below Atlanta is called Hope Championship Wrestling. And I mean, again, I'll plug the ministry part just as much as I will the wrestling, but he's got people coming there like Caprice, Coleman, George South, a lot of the same dudes we've probably seen on these cards. But I got that one in November, back down there below Atlanta. And that's always cool too, man, because, it's funny to be people see you in the ring wrestling and beating up people, and then at the end of the show, you're down there praying with them and kind of telling your story. You know what I mean? So that's kind of a trip too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, as far as the rest of the year, pretty much these, about 2 shows a month. And so I'm pumped for it, man. I'm pumped. It gives me time in between to, I say rest up, but gives me time in between to get my training on and just keep honing my craft, man, and honing my skills. And, whoever the opponent is, whether it's, somebody that's been doing it longer or somebody that's actually pretty good, but just, again, wants to be cocky and not use their brain, best thing I can do is just show up. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it, man. A few comments before we roll out. Love your work, Peterbilt. Would love to tear it up with you. That's young Luke Fury.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He's another up and coming young talent in this area. You want to work for Titan? That's a whole nother thing there. Want to work for Titan?
Yeah.
Hey, man, look, everybody wants to work. That's what it is. Everybody wants to work.
There's no shortage, man. That's for sure.
So, all right, brother. If you are all set, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much for being here. It was great to go over the card with you. I can't wait to see you Saturday, and I am looking forward to that main event.
I am as well, man. Let's talk Saturday, and let's do this again the next few months, man. You run the show, but let's do it again, man, and we'll chat more, and we'll just BS and talk about anything else, man.
We're gonna do one of these. I could go ahead and tell you now. We're gonna do one before when you're ready to announce your
Let's do that. Yeah.
Your charity show. We'll announce that, and then we'll even do one where we reveal the card if you want for the charity show.
That'll be cool.
We will hook it up, man. I want to try and help out as much as we can.
Let's do it, man. I appreciate everybody in the comments. Thomas, we'll talk soon. Cole, we'll see you Saturday. Matty G, Taylor, Luke, Ghazi, man. I'm pumped, man. Dump truck. I look forward. I enjoy seeing all your stuff, and we'll talk or see each one of y'all, I'm sure, man, here before too long.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Peterbilt. Thank you very much, sir. You have a fantastic evening.
Thank you, Ron. Y'all have a blessed one, man.
All right, you too. See you Saturday. Man, what a interview. Fantastic job by Peterbilt. I can't put into words how excited I am for this weekend. This show this weekend for Pro Wrestling Union, the Ray Bitt Barber Memorial. Anybody who knows anything about Union, anybody who knows anything about Ray Bitt Barber knows that this is going to be where it's at. And I cannot wait for this show. come Saturday. Now, believe it or not, we have somebody who's chomping at the bit to get on air. They want to discuss. They want to discuss the upcoming show tomorrow night, which is going to take place in Black Mountain, North Carolina. I gotta find it. Hold on here. I gotta pull the kids up so I can send him his invite. But we're gonna get Ghazi in here, and we're gonna talk about this card coming up for High Velocity Wrestling Battleground taking place in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Man, I had some other people lined up who were, might have been able to pop in. I was hoping they could. It is what it is. I'm not bothered by any of that. I'm grateful that these guys consider using some of their free time to come on here and discuss, whether it be discuss wrestling or talk about their careers, talk about a show, talk about whatever they want to talk about. There's a ton of stuff going on in indie wrestling, especially right now. There is stuff everywhere. You can't. I said it earlier, man. You can't throw a stone without hitting a wrestling promotion. But I am pumped up and ready for the weekend. We're waiting our next guest, who should be here any minute. Let's see here. Thomas Scott said, "Oh no, man! Hey, look, the kid asked for he asked for an invite. What am I going to do? Tell him no? Is that, would you consider that to be good business? I wouldn't consider that business." So while we're waiting on guys, well, speaking of the devil, he has arrived. Oh, he's getting set up. I'm gonna wait. When he gets ready, he'll give me the thumbs up, and I'll bring him in. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, you can't give me the thumbs up and have your hand over the microphone. What the hell is that? Or the camera?
Just gotta give me a second.
What's good, man? How you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing all right.
All right, man. So look, we're gonna go over this card, dude. And this is a hell of a card for High Velocity Wrestling Battleground coming up tomorrow night. First and foremost, guys, you get a meet and greet opportunity with Quentin Rampage Jackson. How cool is that? UFC legend. Undoubtedly one of the baddest people walking this planet. You get the opportunity to meet him. How cool is that? What do you think?
I get to tell him how he broke my child heart when he knocked out Chuck Liddell.
Oh, well, there you go. Man, but look, we also got some killer matches on this card, man. There's going to be some bangers here. AJ Frost versus Zay Vega. We have the veteran in AJ Frost against this young star in Zay Vega. Dude, how would you call this one?
I mean, I've met both of them, but I've never worked with either of them, so it's hard for me from a wrestling standpoint to say who I think would fare better here, because I mean, I have watching experience, but I don't have any in-ring experience with either of them. I mean, just to pick one, I'd pick AJ.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. Hold on. It's getting ready to get real up in this joint. Because believe it or not, you know what? We'll come back to this. We'll get back to this. Because we're going to go ahead and talk about this.
Oh,
You know why, don't you?
he's in the waiting room, isn't he?
Yeah. He's in the waiting. He's waiting in the winks. Waiting in the wings. Just giving it a moment before I bring him in here. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to tell him what you're going to do to him this weekend?
Look, all I'm going to do is legally I can't say that yet.
Man, legally you can't say that yet. Okay. Oh, hey, Luke, turn the
Weren't you
phone
already
sideways.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Weren't you already in bed by now the last time we did this show?
What the hell? Oh, there you go.
There we go. All right, guys, you don't talk to me. We're not friends, yeah. I didn't say you could speak to me. Tomorrow you're gonna be my bitch, yeah. Stop talking to me.
The swearing.
Don't talk to me. What's up, Ron? How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. So I go to start talking about the card with Ghazi, and I immediately get a message from you. You want in on this. So what do you have to say to your opponent?
Well, first and foremost, Ron, I'm going to speak to you because I don't feel like speaking to clowns today. I've been at school long enough. All right.
It's okay. I don't feel like speaking to children today.
Hey, don't interrupt me, boy. I didn't ask you to speak, all right? You get your chance in a minute, all right? Hey, Ron, listen, we both know that tomorrow I'm going to walk out with my hand raised high. We both know that, Ron. Ron, honestly tell me, do you think Ghazi is going to win tomorrow? Please, honestly tell me, do you think Ghazi is going to beat Luke Fury tomorrow?
I don't know who's going to win this, and I'm going to tell you why I don't know who's going to win this.
Okay.
Because you and him both have death wishes in your performances. Neither one of you wrestle with any type of fear. You both wrestle without it. You wrestle as though you don't care about tomorrow. You don't care about your next match. You don't care about the longevity of your career. You wrestle as though it's the last time you're ever going to step foot in a ring in front of a crowd. And that is dangerous for both of you. So I'm not going to subject myself to making a decision and picking you or him.
I will, to go back to your point about this wrestling like you have a death wish. To quote Matt Stryker, fear doesn't prevent death, it prevents life. Every time I'm in a ring, I'm going to live.
Okay. I get that. But Ghazi, the last time you worked, you were hurt. The last time I saw you work, you were hurt.
Hold on, wait a minute. Ghazi, I'll speak to you for a second. You're hurt.
No.
Where were you? You got Ghazi. Honestly, tell me what happened. How'd you get injured? How'd you get injured, Ghazi? I'm just curious. Very curious. I really am just curious.
Well, if you must know, it's why I don't do frog splashes anymore.
Okay.
And to answer your question, Ron, the reason I still wrestled is because my name was on the marquee.
Hey, I wasn't finished talking to you. What
I had two questions at the same time. I answered yours, then I answered his.
Okay, all right. Just because I respect Ron. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
All right. So with that being said, you wrestled hurt last time. Are you now back at 100%?
I am. I confirmed that a few weeks ago.
Right. Okay, I was just making sure. So you had a hip injury.
He's right there.
What?
Tell him where I live, why don't you? While you're just exposing everything to him, Ron.
Oh,
sure
I mean,
are you sure?
For God's sakes, the last time you saw me. Oh, hold on here. Hold on, Ghazi. Let me help you real quick. You seem to be just a little confused about me. Let me help you real quick. I'm going to help you. Are you ready? Watch. Is that picture not clear? I'll help clear it up for you. You see the logo now, don't you? Huh.
That's right.
What? Wait, what happened? Oh, I told you,
Glad to
young
know I'm
man.
talking to two of Michael King's bitches now.
I'm not anything. I'm just here. What are you talking about? You see the companies I represent and the companies I work for.
Yeah, Ghazi, can you name like a handful of companies that you work for?
Let me think for a second.
No, name off 10 companies that you constantly work for, please. I'm just curious, just out of curiosity.
There's the HV Dub, where I will kick the living crap out of you tomorrow.
Right. Hey, hold on. Don't interrupt me. I'm talking to this clown now at the wrestle tomorrow.
It's his mom telling you to go. It's his mom telling him to go to bed, Ron. We need
It's
to wrap
actually the
this
dude
up
that's
quick.
coming with me. Ghazi, continue the story. I didn't ask for any extra bullshit. Come on.
I didn't ask you to swear so much. Jeez.
Okay. All right. Continue. Just continue, man. Just continue. Jesus.
Anyways, high velocity, H2L. What are you doing, cat? Get down. Shush, Lucas. Anyways, APW technically, I will give them that one. I go there enough.
Which APW are you talking about?
The one that was ran by an Eagle.
Ah, so Boiling Springs. Okay.
Yeah. There's one I won't name because it'll just get him hotter, and he's already hot enough right now. You know which one.
I have
Hold
no
on,
clue.
I got a point right. It's the one that was the first time we met.
Honestly, I don't remember ever meeting you. Like, I had no clue, honestly. I'm sure it was a big day for you, though. I mean, I'm sure I took a picture with you somewhere. I'm sure you have it.
Hey, now, without revealing too much, is that a company with a new 50% owner?
No.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Pretty sure neither of us work.
We don't go no further. I asked a question. You said no. That's the end of it. Carry on.
Thank you.
We don't bury things here. If you want me to bury something, you have to pay. It's like $75 an hour.
Oh, Lord have mercy on that one.
That's what the rate is for a backhoe, sir. At
All
least
right,
a cheap one.
Ron, screw this guy. Let's review the matches. Come on, bring up some matches. I want to see what we got going on tomorrow. I mean, I already know, but
all right. So AJ Frost and Zay Vega.
AJ Frost all day.
AJ Frost. Well, of course you would go there with you being one half of the Frost and Furious tag team.
Right.
I really thought they were going to go a different direction with that, but Frost and Furious is. I still think it's funny.
Hey.
Maybe he just genuinely thinks AJ's going to win. Not everything is because of loyalty. Jeez.
Well, no, I think AJ is going to win because AJ is a veteran in the ring. I've seen AJ work countless matches. I've seen Zay Vega a half a dozen times. Truth be told, Zay Vega is an awesome worker. No doubt about it. I just don't know if he's got enough tricks in the bag to outsmart AJ. That's legit. I don't think he can outsmart AJ.
Let's be honest, AJ is one of the best wrestlers in the Carolinas right now. So
I don't doubt that at all. No bullshit.
Yeah, right.
I agree.
Right.
I know this. Thomas Extreme and John Matthews. I'm going Thomas Extreme. I'm gonna tell you here now. I'm picking Thomas Extreme for that one.
I'm going Tom Matthews.
We're not getting another time limit draw.
I'm going to say Thomas Extreme.
Right.
I know Matthews is going to put up a good fight, though. I mean, I can't deny that. It's John Matthews. Put up a good fight.
John Matthews is a hell of a competitor. He's a fantastic worker. But yet again, I think this is veteran, younger talent. I go and give a lot of credit to the veterans in this industry because of when you've been around the block that long and you've seen that much, not much gets by you. And talking about another person who just likes pain, it's Thomas Extreme. I got no bones about it. I haven't seen that dude hurt. I've just seen him pissed. And the more you hit him, the more pissed off he gets. For the tag team championship, we have the Black Society versus the New Age Villains.
I'm going New Age Villains.
Yeah. There's going to be exactly one match we disagree on, Ron. There's exactly one.
Oh, we disagree on? Okay.
No, me and him. Wait, I got to point the right way because it's inverted.
Yeah, you and him.
Hey, don't point at me.
Yeah.
Your mother never told you that's disrespectful, you heathen. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. Thomas Scott's chiming in. He said, I've worked both of them. Have to give it to AJ. Talking about AJ Frost. He said, Thomas Extreme. And he says it's a toss-up for the tag team matchup. Man, Thomas is getting in on this tonight. Let's see here. I got one better. NAV will retain, but they will not win the match.
Okay. That makes sense.
Now, how much money are you putting on this?
Oh, me? Oh no, I don't gamble anymore. I do not gamble anymore. There's a reason why.
Look at this clown, dude. Come here.
I used to do too much gambling in my younger years. You know, probably younger than you guys. Well, at least younger than you, maybe not him. But yeah, no, I don't gamble like that no more.
Hell yeah.
Jake Jacobs versus Rob Killjoy.
Dang, I didn't even know Jake Jacobs was on this show. Ah, dang.
He is
How did I
pissed
not
off
know
about that much.
I'm gonna have to go with Rob Killjoy though. I like Jake Jacobs though. I love Jake Jacobs.
I mean, Jake Jacobs is another one of the best in the Carolinas. What do you got?
I will say this, and there's a trend I'm noticing. Because Jake, when he was screwed out of the HVW title way back when, he was promised he would one day get a match for it. And every time I see him talk about an HVW show, it seems that for as long as he doesn't get that match, he's getting more and agitated. And I don't know about you two, but an angry Jake Jacobs is not the one that I want to be in the ring with. Regardless of who wins, Rob's not going to have a good time tomorrow.
Okay, so
Rob will win.
You're predicting Rob. What are you predicting?
I'm predicting someone's getting hurt.
Okay. That's fair. That's a fair assessment.
I've learned not to name names.
That's not accurate.
Listen, I only pick names when
you've been doing it all night, and you've been calling me by my name. Dude, so what the hell?
Ron, it's different Ron. Calling you two by your name and actively picking names in predictions.
Ron, I apologize for this guy, dude. Like, I promise you tomorrow I'm going to handle it. It won't be a problem anymore after tomorrow.
Better than you have tried, better than you have failed. More will come and more will fail.
Okay, well, you've never wrestled me before, so you can't say anything. You're a little boy to me.
Look, I'm going to go.
I feel like your age is really projecting, Luke. I feel like you have a lot of these inner issues when it comes to how you think people view you. And I feel like you need to project it in this way to make yourself feel important. When in reality, Luke, you're nothing more than anyone else.
Okay. Are you finished talking?
For now.
Okay, well, good, because literally everything you just said was like a load of bullshit that like nobody asked to hear. We're obviously recording something for, you know, we're going over the matches. Now, Ron, let's go ahead and just put it back on the screen, man. I'm done.
Oh, this isn't being recorded. This is live. This is live time real right now.
Yeah, I know it's live. Yeah.
This is the whole world is watching.
Good. I hope the whole world watches tomorrow when I embarrass you in front of your family and your trainer, because that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Right.
think that Jake Jacobs has something to prove. So
You know,
I'm
Right.
gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to take Jake Jacobs on this one. I really believe that. Rob Killjoy is a fantastic wrestler, and by God, he's one of the best in the region.
Right.
No
Luke,
bullshit, and an awesome trainer. He's a great
Right.
trainer down at APW Chester. Works
Right.
with a ton of talent. I think Jake Jacobs has something to prove, and that hunger is going to drive him, to victory tomorrow. That's my
and I,
opinion.
I see why you picked that too. Because, what's up, Thomas? How you doing, man?
Thomas picked Killjoy, man.
Thomas is lighting this chat up.
Oh, dude. Well, you will. The longer you're around, Ghazi, the longer or the more you'll figure out. Fair enough. Luke Fury
Hey, hold on.
versus
Wait.
Ghazi.
Before we do this, hey, come here, Graham. Come here. We're about to predict me versus this clown right here. All right, because people think he might actually have a chance. All right, go ahead, Ron.
All right, so you two. I understand that you two are going to be going against each other tomorrow night. And by and large, if nothing else, it's going to be a very entertaining matchup. Both of you wrestle without fear. Both of you have something to prove. Let me hear it. Ghazi, why are you going to win?
Well, honestly, Luke, I would say back that I'm going to embarrass you in front of your family, but man, your daddy ain't going to be there to protect you, is he?
Okay. Are you continue?
Hey, you threw
I'm
the first
listening.
family stone, not me.
I'm listening to you. You said you're gonna talk. Come on. I'm giving you your 5 seconds of fame, dude. Come on, please.
The reason I say that I'm going to win tomorrow is plain and simple. Luke can't keep me down. And I know he can't.
Okay. That's all you got to say?
No one's done it yet in HVW. You
Okay.
ain't going to be the first.
Okay. Ron, what was the question again?
Why are you going to win tomorrow night?
Why am I going to win tomorrow night? Ron, let's be honest. I am better than Ghazi in every way. I have no hesitation to say that, because Ghazi, you're not on the level that I am. You're not on the level that I am, and you know that. You literally know that. And the fact that you accepted this match was the dumbest decision you literally could have ever made. You're going to get in the ring with me, and you're going to embarrass yourself in front of all the people you love, in front of the locker room that you love. For what? So you can say you wrestled me? Is that what it's going to be? Because you're literally just going to get like Ron, I don't think you understand. You're going to be on commentary tomorrow. So I want you to watch this match. And I want you to come back on this podcast and tell the people exactly how it happened, because we all know that I'm going to beat you. It's not even like you can't debate that.
Right. Well, that may be something I have to do on another Thursday night Indie Spotlight, is discuss the results. But you guys are aware that there's a whole nother group out there that covers results. And that is the Carolina Independent Wrestling Report. That's its own thing now, that handles its own, man, all the wrestling content that happens, all the big news stories, man, they're getting published there. All results for shows. Do you know about this? You know about this?
I had no clue about this, honestly.
I think you're on the page.
You think either one of us keep track of how many pages we're on?
I mean, I'm sure
This-
you're not on that many, but continue. What's up?
Well, I mean, hey man, look, there's this guy we all know, and here he is, Scott Larson. Remember, everybody knows Scott Larson from hashtag Truth. Well,
What's up,
hashtag
Scott?
Truth has now become this just an interview segment.
Oh,
The
I know
real
what it is.
deal is the newscast that he's developing.
Right.
So
right.
all the results for all these shows that's happening, he's going to be covering that part. Now, as far as what I see at the shows, that, yeah, that'll be stuff I talk about. Or I'll bring on a guest who was there and we'll talk about it. There's more to it. But, man, let's see here. Let's see. Thomas Scott picked Luke Fury to win that. He said Luke's dad is like a brother to me.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. I kind of forgot you said that, Gazi. Let me, really clear to you. The fact that you even brought up my father's name going into this shows how much of a coward you are, because we all for sure know my dad would walk the floor with your ass, yo. So if there's any doubt in me, know for sure there is no doubt when you get in the ring with Nick Fury. And oh my God, that's just like you know that. You know that for 100% fact. If you don't think that I'm going to beat you, that's okay. But we all know Nick Fury will beat you. So don't ever go play there like you're that tough, because we all literally know you're not. So I'm not worried.
Like I said, you threw the family card first. I only played one in return. If you want to get heated, you better get ready to take the return fire from anything you say.
Okay.
See.
Not phased at all.
Thomas said, I used to be Luke's favorite wrestler when he was very young. Was that when he was Dizzy or Thomas Grimm?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I think Dizzy.
Yeah, and then Scott Larson said, Luke, really?
No, I remember now, Scott. I just couldn't remember. I thought he was talking about some huge indie article. I was like, what?
Oh, no, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
No,
but you know what else it's going to be?
I thought you were talking about you said what?
Oh, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying there was a new article out that literally covers every single show. I was surprised. I was so my people have been to my shows and wrote down. So I was confused. That was it.
What it boils down to is certain companies that have agreed to it are going to have their results published by the Carolina Independent Wrestling Report, which is being handled by Scott Larson. So, and Scott and I have already talked as a contributor whenever he needs me to. It's there. Yep, Thomas Scott. Back then, I was Dizzy. But you know what the biggest news of this whole show is? The women have the main event.
Oh, Jada's going all the way. Sorry.
The one whose name starts with J.
Oh, wow, that was hilarious. You had the whole crowd laughing.
Well, I mean, I did chuckle a little bit, so that counts for something.
Ron, we know that was a sympathy chuckle. Don't play.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Is that a thing? See, the old me would have said, no, the sympathy chuckle is what happens when you get done with your old lady in the bedroom. But that's the old me. And I'm not that guy anymore. To be fair, I'm going Jasmine Howe. I'm going to tell you one thing. The beating she laid into Clara at the last, bro.
I told you. I said, did I not say that? I said, I don't know who's going to walk through that curtain, but they're screwed. I was right.
Dude, all right, so the fight broke out between them two before the match even happened because we didn't know who her opponent was. She came out, took the mic from me. I was interviewing Brino over to the side. She took the microphone. Then all of a sudden, here comes Clara out. They get to jaw jacking, then they get to throwing punches. All of a sudden, they got us trying to grab and separate these two ladies.
Y'all should
I'm
just
gonna
let 'em
tell you
fight.
one thing. I'm trying to grab a hold of the metal pole of the ring for help because I couldn't hold Jasmine back.
Next time, just let them fight.
I needed to be out of the way.
The world would be such an easier place if when people got into a fight, it would just be allowed to happen.
Man, they're calling Jada in the crowd. They are calling Jada in the crowd. I'm going with Jasmine.
Let them fight.
What about you, Gazi? You gonna lay a pick out, or are you just gonna stick with Jay?
Jay.
Weak. Christ. So, you guys, we have laid out the card. You two are going at it tomorrow night. I am excited. I'm leaving here sometime. I don't know whether I'm getting there stupid early in the morning or if I'm going to show up a little bit later in the day. At this point, I just don't know yet. It all depends on what happens between now and then.
No, I'll see y'all boys when I get out of school at 3:19.
Well,
take a day off. Live a little.
I
actually took off.
Do it again.
I took off from work for this.
You can afford to miss a day.
I mean, I had to. I mean, like, I don't know. I missed.
School's not that important.
DCW.
School is not that important.
Oh,
I'm going to disagree with you.
To my mother it is. You say that to me, but you can't tell her that.
Yes,
oh no. All right, listen. I wish I did better in school. Right. Because if I had done better in school, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now. I wouldn't be in the shape I'm in now. I'd be in a whole lot better position and a whole lot better shape than I am in now. And that's a fact. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this out. We're going to close this night out the way I always do. I know you two got, piss and vinegar running through your veins. But I've got to do my show the way I've got to do my show. Okay? So
I'm pretty sure I got blood in here.
Friday night, catch us live, September 9th, Black Mountain, North Carolina, Silverados. It's going to be a hell of a show. High Velocity Wrestling. Here we go. Saturday, catch us at Pro Wrestling Union, Parade of Champions, Union, South Carolina. Going to be another barn burner. If you are a wrestling fan and you don't attend either of those two shows, you can hand your card back over because you're not a fan of real wrestling.
Could you imagine?
Those are the only.
I wish that was an actual thing. Just like, give me your wrestling fan card right now.
Oh, dude, I'm going to start revoking motherfuckers, okay? That's how that's going to go. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're a fan of wrestling and you don't attend either or both of those two shows, you're an idiot. Because you just missed out on your best chance to see some of the best talent in the region.
Right.
As a special announcement. Oh, no, this is more brand new than brand new. This got finalized at 7:47 this evening with me. 7:47. My show started at 8.
All right.
Save the date because at Speedway Harley Davidson Memorial Riding Event on the 17th, the return of the Titan Wrestling Southside is coming back. Oh, yes, it is coming back. Matter of fact, you will get more information on that next week right here on the Wrestling Wire, the Thursday Night Indie Spotlight. The Wrestling Wire is my Sunday show. My bad. That is going to be one hell of a show right there. We got some great announcements coming for that. The following weekend, we go to Welford, South Carolina for CPW TakeOver. Performing live will be Cutthroat Susie. You're going to have such matches as Ryda and Wright, Holton Sparks versus the Foundation, Brino and Bebop, the White Claw Outlaws versus NAV in a grudge match. The 4-way tag team elimination. And the main event is Lodi and Drew Hood. Unreal card coming up. Look at the wrestling just for the rest of September. Do you understand what we're dealing with here just in the rest of this month? Oh, so good. Such good shit. At the end of the month, we got His Pro Wrestling in Packlet. October 1st, the 7th annual Holly Yatsko Memorial Cup comes to Gilkey Community Center. I can't wait. Now, October 8th, you got a decision to make. You going to North Carolina, you going to South Carolina, where you want to be. It's all up to you because we're going to be in Silva, North Carolina for Heroes to Legends Ministries, Shop with a Cop 2. You can see some of the talent on there. You may recognize some of these folks from AEW. JD Drake and Brittany Jade have both been on AEW. Then here in Welford, South Carolina, you've got the Super Clash at American Wrestling League at the Welford Pavilion. Unreal. Later on in October, we go to the Monsters Brawl for Pro Wrestling Union. And that is all she wrote. Oh, shit. Ghazi's going to get something. What are we getting here?
Y'all are good.
Did you need to switch your headphones out or something? Okay. The show's over, kid.
Now, is y'all ready to clock out?
No, we're getting ready to go home.
Oh.
So now you're worried about that. Why are you worried about that now?
Because my computer finally decided to work. I was going to switch over.
Oh, well, Jesus. No, yeah, we're getting ready to roll out of here. It's about that time, dude. Anyway.
I'm so sorry for this inconvenience.
Look.
Your existence?
It is y'all's last chance to say something to each other. Well, I think he said the talking is done.
I love you too, Luke.
Man, I don't know, dude. You're gonna have a hard time with him tomorrow night.
I'm gonna have a fun time. Even when I was hurt, nobody could pin me or make me submit an HVW. You think he's going to be the first? Better have tried and failed. Better will keep coming.
Are you undefeated at HVW?
Technically, no, because of that triple threat, K-Pin, Jordan. But as far as wins and losses go, I have never been pinned or made to submit in an HVW ring.
That's fair enough.
He ain't going to be the first.
All right, man. I hear you. Well, the time for talking is over, man. The show is coming to an end. Do you have anything else you'd like to say or anything else you'd like to plug?
There's two things I'm going to plug real quick. The first is September 25th at The Getaway. I'm doing a show for Urban Combat Wrestling, the Mimosa Slam. Now, I will say this right now. It is not a family-friendly show. Do take care with who you bring. Secondly, it is an LGBTQ show. Do not bring any hate speech. For the love of everything. If you do come, just saying that. It's at The Getaway. I believe the event itself starts at 6, and I think they told me the wrestling starts at 8. Now, the other thing I was going to plug is just my social medias. You can find me on Twitter at the Radio Devil Ghazi. Well, just at the Radio Devil. You can find me on Insta, Ghazi KM. You can find my YouTube, The House of Ghazi. One word, everything in. Just look up The House of Ghazi, no spaces. And merchandise at tpublic.com, the Shop of Ghazi.
Right on. All right, man. Well, thank you for jumping in and joining us here tonight. I appreciate you helping me go through the card and give some predictions on the matches, even your own. I think it's going to be a hell of a time tonight or tomorrow night. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night, Ghazi. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're now coming to the conclusion of the show. So if anybody out there has anything left to say, I greatly appreciate it. Man, y'all have been on fire tonight. The crowd has been hot. It's been talkative. This is what we do and why we do it. This is exactly the reason why there's so many people doing this now. Because of how much fun it is and all the cool shit you get to do and talk about and everything else. It's just a great time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all. Be sure you hit that like, that share, that subscribe. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. If you want the other stuff, it's on the podcast. It's all under the Wrestling Wire. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever, everything. You name it, it's there. If you need it, send me a message. I'll send you the link tree. It's got the connection to all the good shit. So, folks, once again, we will see you at all the wrestling shows this weekend. Because if you're not at the wrestling shows I'm at, are you really watching wrestling? Thanks again. Have a great one.